Well, first thing Monday morning, and I get to do a video to start the day. Usually I'm walking out the door when I do the videos. Friday, stripped this thing down to the bare bike again. I've got saddlebags that came in yesterday. Those go on the back, and I'm going to lay out the paint scheme because this is all going to the painter here probably tomorrow morning. Got all the parts down here that are powder coated that have been pulled off the bike. Wind deflectors, the storage box. I got to do a little more work on the fenders. I forgot I got to put a valance on the fenders. And we'll get this guy assembled. And I'm going to take a magic marker, lay out all the paint lines and everything, because this one's going to be two-tone titanium and white. Mainly titanium with the white borders. And so I can get all the paint laid out for the painter. And see if we can get this guy in the shop and get him done this end of this week or so. So he's on his way. The only mechanical thing I have left is I have to do the brakes, some electrical wiring, and I got to swap out the back wheel. Put a cut tire in the back. So that's the project for the day and for the week. Okay, I got it all put together. And I did forget one thing. The owner did want me to put some a flare on the fenders so it kind of blend in with the bike a little bit better. I've got these wings on here. So what I did is I just grabbed a piece of paper, done this before, and made this arc which sits in here like this. And it forms this flare. My body guy, he'll finish this flush. Sometimes we'll put a trim strip right here, but I think this one here we'll just trim it flush, and then we'll do this in the titanium silver with the white band here. I think that'll look pretty good. So I've got the metal pieces whipped out here. So basically I use that as the template, which is when I do almost everything on a paper like that first. And then this will be in here just like that. And then we'll have to have a little bit of an outward arch to clear the tire nicely. And then I'll spot weld all this, and I'll use my adhesive in there to seal it up real good. And then I'll let my body guy take care of the rest. The only downside to this is without these on, you can pull the wheels without taking the fender off. With this on there, the fender has to come off. But these wheels will last, the tires will last, 30 to 50,000 miles depending on how you drive and that kind of thing. So this is not a real common thing. And there's 4 bolts. It takes, 2 minutes to pull the fender off. So it's not a big deal. So we'll get these tacked in here, and I'll get the saddlebags on, and then she's just about done. All right, I got the flare tacked on here. Got a whole bunch of little weld beads here, and I'll fill this all in with the 3M8115 adhesive, and on the inside too, and that'll weather seal it. I didn't like the profile especially, so as you see I've got a little line here. I just kind of freehand this. I'm going to cut that part out and duplicate that on the other side. I kind of want to have a little bit of a better angle that comes across here. So we'll get that done and see how she looks. I've got, there's only about 3/8 of an inch clearance here, which is plenty. You don't want this to stick out too far because then it's going to look kind of awkward. Plus, you pull up to a curb or something that's fairly high, you could catch the fender. So I don't want it to flare out too far. Okay, the fenders are all laid out. Got the piece on there. It's already been undercoated, or I should say powder coated underneath. I've got panel bond on here to get that edge nice and smooth, plus it makes sure that this piece of metal is tied in there real good. We're going to go with a white edge on here, about a 1/2 inch wide, then a white strip down here. This will be a titanium silver insert, same thing at the top here. And I've got the side panels in here are going to be titanium, and as you can see by the lines around here, it's all edged in white. Then we've got the Endeavor logo up front. I've got a fairing that goes on here, which is black. I'm going to have Harry paint it white, and then we'll do the layout. It's probably going to be This section in here is going to be titanium with a white edge around, probably go white edge on here, and then pretty much titanium. So I'm going to have him paint this white first, and then it'll be easier to lay out the titanium color. I've got the saddlebags on there, same thing. They're mounted, that went real good. Same thing, paint them white, then we'll do the layout on that. I got the side covers off, which I've got set up here in magic marker. So this is already white, so we'll just leave that, and we'll just do titanium in these sections here. And as you can see, magic marker doesn't stick on there too good, so I have to be careful when I give this to Harry. So, looking pretty good. A lot of work. This one was a lot of work. The rear wheel is silver. So, I think what I end up doing on that is I will be powder coating that black, flat black. Because the silver just doesn't look right. Especially seeing he's got black wheels up front. So we're going to go black in the rear there too. I think the rim is painted silver. If it's chrome, I'll have to leave it. If it's painted silver, I can powder coat it. So we'll play that by ear. The belt is, as usual, 3 times tighter than it should be. I'm actually going to do a video on why you never tighten those belts and what can happen. It does happen all the time because people tighten those stupid belts so much. So, what else we got going here? That's pretty much it for the day. Tomorrow morning I'll get this all pulled apart and tossed in the car and over to the painters it goes. It takes about 5 minutes to pull this whole thing apart, so that's I won't even shut my truck off. I'll just open the tailgate and start pitching the stuff in there. So other than that, I guess we'll continue when I get things back from the painter.